I came out when I guess I was 20. Yes, I was definitely 20. So my parents, they were really religious as I was growing up, and so it was kind of made known that being gay was just not appropriate, not accepted, and that if you were gay, you were gonna go to hell, and it was a really scary thing for me. I pretty much denounced, my feelings towards women for a really long time, and just really kind of like made fun of lesbians and gays, and that wasn't cool because deep down inside, like, I knew I was one myself. So I was basically setting off a detonator against who I was. Finally, as I got older and more comfortable in my own skin, I came out in college, and still at the time, I didn't let anyone know except really, really close friends. I didn't let my family know. I didn't talk to anybody about it, and I really look back at that time and realized how lonely that was, and how sad it really was. It's something that should be expressed, and it's something that isn't wrong. Knowing what I do now, I wish I could go back and change my behavior, because I think it enables others to have strength to be who they are. I went to Illinois State. I was a basketball player, and my first girlfriend was actually in one of my classes, and there was an attraction immediately. But the funny thing is that neither one of us had ever been with a girl. We finally grew into this pretty platonic friendship, but it grew and grew and grew as time progressed, and we ended up dating for well over a year. But still, me not being comfortable in my sexuality, I was always like, kind of teetering back and forth between men and women, but I would never feel the same for a man. I just feel like being with a woman is so much more emotional, and just it's crazy. It's like, it's true about the U-Haul thing. You're like together for a week and you want to move in together. So that's exactly what we did in college. As relationships go in college, it lasted for like a year and a half, and then we grew apart, and I moved, and it took me a while to find somebody else that I truly, truly cared for in that capacity. And so my second girlfriend, I dated for 5 years, but it was like a really emotional, rocky roller coaster type relationship that was really unhealthy. But I learned a lot from it, and we're still good friends to this day. I'm 31 now, and I'm really, really comfortable in my sexuality. And it's funny because I just recently told my mom, and people might be like, wow, you're 31 and it took you that long to tell her. But the reason being is because my sister came out when she was like 28 to my mom, and my mom didn't talk to her for 7 years. And that was pretty tough on me to see. And I never felt like the timing was right to tell her, but I felt like it was right now this year, because I'd recently broken up with someone that I truly cared about, and I am missing her like crazy. And I wanted my mom to know like how I felt. She kind of started in on the judgment ordeal and everything, and I stopped her immediately, and I was like, Mom, I need your support. I don't need your judgment. And I think if more people stood up for themselves in that manner, needing support and not judgment, our world would be a better place, because we need to have the compassion to love, and we need to have the compassion to understand, because that's what's going to change the world. In terms of identity, like, I've never really been into labels like, oh, they're bisexual, or oh, I'm gay, or I'm straight. I'm definitely not straight, and I don't think I would ever label myself as such, obviously. I'm not ashamed of saying, hey, I'm gay. I'm not a big fan of the word queer, so I don't think I would ever use that. I'm gay. If that's my identity, then so be it. But, it's taken me 31 years to be really comfortable in my own skin, and I'm glad I'm at that place. So that's my story.